Hey guys, it's Lisa. I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the required, the recommended, and the optional equipment that you're going to need as we move forward in our journeys. The first one is Lycra. It helps to keep you in, and that's really important. Me, I was probably bigger than all of you guys, but it was really uncomfortable, doing cardio at 300 pounds, and the Lycra really helps it. And so I'm giving some recommended stores that are good with sizes, very comfortable, and are pretty inexpensive. So that's good. Being a homeschool mom with one income, that's important as well. The second thing is a workout bra. I always use Anel. They offer full coverage for plus size women. All the sides are covered, the back is covered, the breasts are fully covered. So, it prevents slap back, and that's very important. You need to be held well. It's part of being healthy. So that's an important thing, okay? You need 2 sets of weights. We're going to lift heavy because we're doing intervals. So we're not going to be lifting a long period of time, 20, 30, or 40 seconds. So you want to get heavy, a 5 or 8, or 8 or 12, a 10 or 15, whatever you think would be appropriate. My things are falling here. I just want to make sure that they have these hexagonal sides because we're going to be doing push-ups and all kinds of things, and so they can't be round. They have to be like hexagonal like that. You see how they have that flat side? Very important. And I'll put a link in there as well. And then one essential component is a jump rope. We're going to be jumping a lot, and don't get scared. I will do jump rope tutorials. I will give modifications, but I am going to push you to do things that you're not doing, and that's part of succeeding, as you will see. And you may hate me for it, but you'll love me in the end. So I will put a link for the jump rope. I want you to get this today if you can, so that we can have it by Wednesday and start jumping. Okay? And the last thing is a good pair of shoes. Don't overlook your feet. Your feet are very important in this process. You want a good pair of cross trainers, a good wide solid base, and because of the jump roping, you want some cushion in the ball of your feet, and that's pretty important. So the bra, the Lycra, the jump rope, the 2 sets of weights to start. You're going to be using other sets of weights, but to start, just have the 2. And then the bra and the shoes. So get all that. Get the jump rope today if you can. Again, I'll put links to all these places, and we'll get started jumping on Wednesday. Okay, recommended equipment. This stuff is recommended, and you might want to put it on your list for down the road. But my first bit of equipment is a heart rate monitor. Now, if you don't have a heart rate monitor, you might want to think about getting one. It doesn't have to be $200, okay? This one was $50. It's a H7, Polar H7. It's a Bluetooth. My fitness stuff all goes to my iPad. And so there's a band that you wear around your chest, and you just hook this to that. It's really easy to use. Simple to set up, and I love it. It's really comfortable, and I would recommend, if you don't have a heart rate monitor, get this one. And that's it, because it helps to gauge how you're doing. It helps with calories, which we're going to talk about later in terms of eating, and it helps a little bit towards fat loss. Okay? Next thing, these are leather gloves, and that might seem silly, but when you start doing push-ups on weights and lifting very heavy weights and such as that, these are going to prevent calluses from building up on your hands. And you will, as you see, you go on and you get more advanced, you're going to want these. So definitely put this on your list. If maybe not to start, they're pretty important, okay? So these are just workout gloves. They don't have any fingers, and they're real leather, and it will help with the weights, I promise. The next thing I don't have is a Gym Boss timer. I use my HIIT timer. I've downloaded HIIT timer on my tablet that I use now. Eventually, I probably will get a Gym Boss timer. I'll link that. But right now, to start, I would say download a free HIIT timer onto your tablet or smartphone if you have one. Okay? And the last thing is interlocking floor mats. Now, these are 1/2-inch mats. I'm just going to show you. Oh, I can't show you. Yeah, these guys. They may seem like a luxury, but they're really, really help. I didn't start this, and when I started, I didn't have them. I just recently got them. I know, I've been doing this for more than 2 years. Bad me. They really help with the plyos, with the jumping, with the cushion. I would say if you can spend $30 and get a 1/2-inch, 48 square feet of them, I would do it. It makes a big difference. Okay, so I would do that over the timer. I would do that, over the gloves. I would do that. So I would do heart rate monitor and the mats. You'll love me for it. Okay, and now there's some optional equipment that I'm going to use. I will offer modifications if you don't have them. They're not as important as the mats or the heart rate monitor, in my opinion. When you have extra money, do it. If you have it now, you can go ahead and do it, and you won't have to modify. It's up to you. So the first thing is these exercise bands. We're going to be using these for legs, especially hips, butt, and they have 5 of them, easy, medium, hard, extra hard, and you can combine them to make the resistance that you need. They're really good, and they're something that it's nice to have around for a quick workout. I don't know. I like them, and I'll link them. You don't have to have them now. Like I said, I will offer modifications, or most of the exercises you can do with your own body weight and add these later for extra resistance. Okay, and they also come with a nice little carry bag. The next thing is a resistance band. And these usually come in like 3 or 5. They're different weights like these. They're just bigger. And these are very handy. Sometimes these can be used instead of weights. Sometimes I'll offer resistance band modifications. They're more economical than weights, but to me they're not as versatile. If you can afford the weights, I would get the weights, at least the 2 sets to start with, and maybe a set of resistance bands. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. If you need more advice on that, let me know. But these do come in handy. We will use these, not right away, but we will use them, okay, in the coming months or so. Like I said, I will offer modifications if you don't have them. Also one more thing about these guys. Sometimes if you have physical therapy, you have these guys that you can they're long and you can just tie. That's what I used at first. Just an idea. Okay. second to last thing is an ab wheel. This is something that you can rig if you're, crafty. And this is intense. This piece of plastic, it works. I never had one. I just got it like a month ago, and I really like it. I will use it, but offer modifications if you don't have it. So don't worry about it. All this stuff should be put on a future list, and I'll tell you when we're going to use it, hopefully before, and then you can get it, or you don't have to, and use a modification. There's nothing wrong with modifications. Modifications work. When I started, I modified everything. And the last thing is a kettlebell. This is like another weight. You can use it for swings and different things. I really like this. I was just introduced to kettlebells. I really like it. This is a 20 pound. These are meant to be heavy, okay, for the intervals, but I'm going to use things around the house to kind of stimulate this. These are easy, but they're a little bit more expensive. So I'm definitely going to use things around the house. But if you want to put this on your list for a future date, I definitely would. Okay? So I hope that helps. Again, I'm going to link everything so that you can get the jump rope. Make it really easy. If you have any questions, let me know. Later we'll talk about our eating plan, fasting, and some research. Have a good morning. Time for my workout.